Tim, Jeff, a pleasure to speak with both of you. Aside from speaking to me, how's your day going so far?
Well, despite having to sit next to Tim, it's going pretty well. So
he beat me to it. I actually enjoy sitting next to Jeff because it makes me value the time when I'm not sitting next to Jeff.
Well, you two have very similar IMDb pages because you've worked on projects together for about a decade now. Was the first thing that you worked on Richie Rich, or was it before that?
Sadly, before that. It feels like the first thing we worked on together was like, a baby bottle, but actually it's The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody is where we met. And that was a show that we both sort of came up and climbed the ranks on. I think that was the first one, right?
Yeah, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, I'm aware of because I have a much younger sister. So when you see what they're watching, you go peripherally, you just know everything that's going on. Everyone from that show became a big star. Did you have any inkling that that was going to be the case?
Quite crazy. I mean, they were all so talented. I mean, Brenda Song, even Cole and Dylan, everyone on there. And we're still close with Phil Lewis. He was so much fun. And obviously Ashley Tisdale, we've done stuff with her. So it was great. It was like a family environment there, which was so cool. It was a lot of fun. We're still close with a lot of the writers as well.
We knew they were all destined for great things. When it came to what we were destined for, we were a little less sure.
Well, this new series, how long did you have to keep it a secret for that it was happening?
This was incubating for quite a while.
Yes.
I believe it was 5 years actually that we first conceived of it. It took a long time to develop, and for some business reasons, but I feel like it ended up sort of being perfect timing. A lot of the themes of the show are sort of not allowing traumatic experiences to break you, but really to come out and allow them to sort of give you perspective and make you appreciate life a little bit more. And I think the world just had a collective traumatic experience in the last couple of years with the pandemic. So I think while our main character, Ella, had cancer, recovered, and is now sort of better for it, I think a lot of us have now had to come out of COVID and other various traumas and realize, like that can make us appreciate some of the things that maybe we took for granted before.
Wow. Well said on that end. 5 years. The average person could never deal with any kind of a project that takes 5 years to develop. I assume that means other networks or production companies were attached and fell by the wayside before you found this dream team that you're working with now?
Actually, we were lucky because our executive here was one of the original ones who picked it up. So she's been on our journey the whole way. So we're lucky to have that kind of support and the people who never gave up on it from the beginning. So we've actually been pretty lucky.
But Apple, when it landed at Apple, it really was the perfect place because, this show, obviously it's about some more mature subject matter than some kids and family shows.
Right.
But they really encouraged us to just let the story go where it took us and not shy away from any of the heavier moments, and also allowing us to sort of have some fun along the way. And so they really allowed us to sort of write the show as if we were trying to write a show for adults, but it just happens to be for a younger audience and about a younger character. So they were great partners in this.
Sometimes when I speak to showrunners, executive producers, creative executives, they know in their head, hey, this show is going to be 5 seasons and I know how it's going to end. I'm not going to tell you for years or anything like that. And other shows, it really is a week by week, looking at reactions, seeing how everyone's vibing. Which one is this show? Do you know seasons ahead from now what could happen if it continues?
I think we definitely have in our minds like where we always thought it could go. But once we got our amazing cast together, then you find other different strengths, and you just want to keep writing to those strengths. And there's a lot more stories we could tell. So we hope we get the chance.
But it's not going to be like a Cousin Oliver Brady Bunch scenario where you go, oh, we got to put the cute kid in season 4.
Who knows?
Wait a second, that might be on. You might be onto something with that.
The animated talking dog might pop in there season 4, but we don't know.
There you go. So this is, obviously we were asked to talk about Live by Ella, but 5 years in the making. How many other things do you have in the pipeline? You don't have to say what they are, or are you really one project at a time kinds of creatives?
We, as writers and creative people, you're always having ideas, but this has been a passion project of ours. And so, this is something that for those 5 years, this was always top of mind for us. And even while we were off doing other things, this was the one that we sort of always had our fingers crossed, hoping that it would go because we just love it so much. And we think the message is great. And also just the characters. I mean, you know, to us, like figuring out a way to sort of tell a superhero story, but grounded in the real world was really exciting to us, and just allowed us as writers to sort of spread our wings and do some things that we hadn't done before, you know, writing some more dramatic
Right.
material, but also trying, you know, using our abilities to make things light and have fun along the way. But so, I mean, to answer your question, like this show is very special to us, and this is what we would love to be doing for the foreseeable future.
Do you think we may ever see a biopic kind of project from either of you?
I mean, certainly not a auto biopic, because
Exactly.
we haven't done anything interesting.
Exactly.
I couldn't imagine writing about my own
Hardly
life.
agreed there. The reason I ask that is because we are, you know, superhero movies never went away, and we're seeing more and more biopics of like interesting or forgotten kinds of people. And clearly, you two are pop culture magnets for what's going on. It's just not necessarily been reflected in your work, the output that you're attached to.
Right. I mean, I think when it comes to anything, like we're open to anything, and if something presents itself, we're more than happy to do anything that excites us, and whatever next project comes up, you know, we'll bust it out and see what happens.
You're available. And the last question I have is, besides your show on Apple, what's the second best show on Apple? What's the thing that we should be paying attention to besides Live by Ella?
Well, I mean, we know there's a couple other shows in the kids and family space that we haven't gotten the opportunity to see all the episodes, but we've heard a bit about, and we have some friends who are doing them. And so we're really excited to see those shows, to get the opportunity to see them ourselves. I mean, honestly, I feel like Apple is, their batting average is pretty envious, because every show that seems to drop, I watch it, and I'm not just trying to be a company man here, but like After Party, I love that show.
Oh,
Ted
yeah.
Lasso,
Yeah.
like blew me away when I saw, you know, I mean, some of the more dramatic show. I mean, you know, For All Mankind is amazing. I'm yet to be disappointed, frankly. So,
And can't forget Jack McBrayer. But anyway,
Exactly. And
Thank
the
you
servant
both
wants
for
me to
doing
adopt
what
a
you
fake
do.
baby, you know, so.
looking forward to that biopic project that you both work on. But in the meantime, just continued success and wellness is wished to both of you. Take care.
thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate it. Nice to
take
meet
care.
you.
Paltrocast.